what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and welcome to another exciting episode of EmGo Build Stuff, the series where I teach you how to tell the difference between a Skywalker and a Moonwalker. It's actually really easy. But moving on with the Fanhome Star Wars Millennium Falcon kit. We are on stage 21. So let's take a quick look through the magazine. What do we have here? The Incom 16 Skyhopper. The civilian Incom T-16 Skyhopper is very popular with aspiring young pilots in particular, built for speed and maneuverability at reasonable cost. It is one of the few atmospheric crafts in the galaxy with both ion and repulsor lift engines. There we go. Reading, I can do it sometimes. We have Mr. Skywalker in various pictures and things, stuff. And here, the maintenance bays. What do we have here about the maintenance bays? Starship captains who neglect their ship's maintenance do not stay captains for very long. Sooner or later, those who work for a regular operator will most likely be sacked, while freelancers face the risk of mutiny, unless a catastrophic disaster befalls the ship before that has time to happen. And things and stuff, still behind the scenes stuff. I'm kind of figuring out things with miniatures there. We've got a nice little look here at the inside of the Falcon. Got a layout there. Stuff. There we go. And we have the instructions. There you have the magazine. Here we have our parts. So let's get down to it. There ain't nothing to it but to do it, right? We know it's right. Okay. Snip in here. And that's what we got. Whoop. That's everything. So we got another big piece of the hull. Got the piece of frame we're not going to be using. We have screws and little brackety deals for the frames. We're not going to be using that. The only thing we're using is this sprue right here. So let's bring in our instrucciones. Ay, que instrucciones. Ay, there you go. Your next parts. Everything is accounted for, so not missing anything. That's always a plus. So now we are going to be fitting the cushion pads. Cool. Alrighty. Alright, so we are bringing in this corridor here, and I did weather up the floor. I weathered up the floor on the other corridor as well, because you know what, even though I may never look at this again after it's all put together, still, I in my head, I need to know that all the floors, you know, have matching weathering. It would have irked me, you know. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to be putting padding on this wall here. I think it's just going to be on this side that we're working on. So I'm actually going to take these rings off because it will make life a lot easier for me getting these pads glued on. So we're going to put these off to the side and let's get started here. So we're looking at it like this. So what are we doing? So we are doing piece number 1, which is this one right here. Get that nippity nipped. And where is this living? So this is going to be living right here. It's going to be sitting there like that. Okay. So this will require glue. So this is not a screwing episode. This is not a screwing episode. This is not a gluing and screwing episode. This is just going to be a gluing episode. Lots of gluing. That's all we're going to be doing. All we're going to be doing is gluing. All right. Get that in. Boop. Hold that in for a tick. And there we go. Pad 1 is in place. So now, strip number 2. Where is strip number 2? Strip number 2 is this one. Snippity snip. Snippity snip. So strip number 2 is going to sit here. Is there any specific way this needs to be? A specific orientation? It looks like it sits exactly the same no matter what. Seems like it. Well, it seems like it sits a little better this way, actually. We'll go with that. I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay. Glue! Let's get our glue on. some dabs here. Here. A little bit here also. Yeah, get that in there. Okay. Get that pressed in for a count of uno, dos, and 3. There we go. Okay, lovely. So now strip number 3 is this one. Nipped. Nipped. Okay, so this one is going to be living right next door. That's going right there. So guess what? Glue! Oh yeah, you guessed right. We need glue. Again, get some on the tabs. Get a little bit here as well. Just get that in place. Go in your home. There we go. That is your home. Live there. Love it. Because you'll be there forever. All right? Alrighty, so now strip number 4, which is this one. Oh. So strip number 4 is going right here in this spot. So again, you guessed it, glue! Glue, glue, glue. And the glue, glue, glue. A little dollop on there. And get that in place. There you go. Hold it steady. Hold it true. Because that is the nature of the glue. All right, there we go. We made that rhyme and everything. Okay. So now we're going to start putting the strips on the top edge. So what do we need here? We need number 5, which is this one. Number 5. Numero 5. So that is... So it looks like... Okay, so that's sitting with the tabs. The tabs are offset here. It seems like they want the tabs on the top. Yeah. So it's sitting, okay. All right. That's how they want that oriented. I get it now. I see it. I see the vision. And I respect it. So get a little bit of glue on this. Actually, in this case, I should have put the glue on the wall itself. Probably would have been easier, but it's okay. All right, there we go. Hold that in. And there we go. Padding, hooray. All right, what's next? Next is number 6, which is number 6. You're number 6. Boom. And boom diggity. Okay. So you're going to be living above this one. Right there. So again, glue. Get our glue on. Guess I'm gonna put it here in the slots. There, a little bit there. Okay. Get that in place. There we go. Just hold that for a couple seconds. And alrighty. Lovely. There's 2 more to go. I'm guessing number 7, which is this one. So we'll get that nipped. Get that nipped. And that's going to be living right here. Boom. So again, glue. Okay. So get us a little dab there, a little dab there, and a little bit right here. And get this in its home. There we go. Hold that for a little bit. And there we go. Lovely. And the last piece, as you can guess, is, well, the last piece. So, nip, nip, And that's an empty sprue. I can get out of my life. Get out of my life forever. So, alrighty. Again, little dab, little dab, little dab. And we'll get that in its home. There you go. On that for a couple segundos. And there we go. We got that side padded up. And now I'll put the rings back on, just so we can get the full effect here. I'm all about that effectiveness. So we'll just get these in their homes. Go in your home, man. Jeez. Cooperate. Cooperate just a little bit. Trying to make me look like a fool. I can do a good enough job of that myself. Jeez. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. We got the rings in. There you go. That is how our corridor is looking so far, and that is all there is to do in this stage. All right, so here's what we did in this stage. We added some padding here to this corridor. I'm assuming in the next stage we're gonna do the other side, because, you know, we need both sides to be padded, obviously. And of course we have some bits here to use at a later date. And yeah, that is it for issue 21. So there you go. Now, as always, if you would like to sign up for your own Millennium Falcon kit, there'll be a link in the description down below for you to check out. And if you missed any stage of this build, there is a playlist in the description down below as well for you to check out at your leisure. You can watch this lovely hunk of junk take shape before your very eyes. So there you go. As always, I hope you enjoyed this exciting episode of EmGo Build Stuff. And remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, may the force be with you, and palm in your face.